Alright, we're back at it. Today we're doing Lea Michele, requested by Matthias Dragon, 2051. This is for you, my brother. I know I told you that I would also do William H. Macy, but I'm not gonna be doing him because for reasons. um, I'm not looking to get canceled or anything like that. So, but I'm gonna do Lea Michele. I don't know who this lady is. I quickly looked her up, obviously for a good picture. So she's like an actress or something like that, another Hollywood person. So yeah, let's get right into it. We also have a picture of her profile here. Let's see. Immediately, just mental illness, motherly features. She's very focused, very concentrated on like what she wants. She's relatively intelligent. Definitely thinks she's smarter than everyone else. Loves being in the center of attention. Has a big mouth. Is a great talker. Is a good liar. But not as good as she thinks she is. Yeah, she communicates well, concisely. She doesn't slip up much. She doesn't have internal struggle. That's one thing that I noticed. She's relatively healthy, but also definitely has dental issues with her gums or teeth. This could be genetic, or it could be due to, her usage of maybe like she smokes or like likes to partake in alcohol and stuff like that. I don't see any dependency on any types of substances or anything like that. I don't see any duality or fragmentation in her psyche. Um, I see a little bit of emotional baggage. I see a little bit of exhaustion, like emotional exhaustion, being emotionally unfulfilled. I do see a little bit of that. Yeah, he doesn't have much internal baggage. You know, I see a tiny bit of self-awareness, but nothing too crazy. I see a lot of motherly features. So I guess she would make, a decent or good mother. This is very rare to me when we look at like Hollywood people. It's very rare because most of the time, and I'm sorry guys, like I don't know why people like this make it onto the big scene in Hollywood or whatever. But most of them are quite despicable people. Like, well, at least according to face reading. And but I know face reading doesn't lie, so there you have it. But for her, I see her being, quite self-absorbed, big ego, might come out in toxic ways. She's not a bad person in a sense that she doesn't have that same darkness that a lot of these Hollywood people have, but she is definitely an agent of the establishment, so to say. She's just like the perfect poster lady, when the cameras turn on. Loves being in the center of attention. That's very bad for her, I would also say. It's quite bad for her to be in the center of attention. Probably feeds her ego. She doesn't have any. She doesn't have any sharp features really on her face. Um, this is partly genetical and partly because these types of people are usually like more free flowing. They're creative. You see a lot of actors and actresses, not male actors actually, but a lot of female actresses have this type of face. Unfortunately, I see quite a bit of mental illness. I don't see any mental illness or like cognitive dissonance in a sense that like maybe she's like bipolar or anything like that. We also see that a lot in Hollywood people, but I see a lot of mental illness in a sense that she definitely has the look of someone who is stuck in her ways and needs to get her way every single time. Um, yeah, she's just like very, very, very stubborn. She has the face of someone who's extremely stubborn, thinks she's smarter than everyone else. Definitely is a good talker, good communicator, but not a good diplomat. I would say. So she's just like I would say she's a woman who's stuck in the mud in a weird way. but she also has like this aura of being like very caring, very motherly. I think she really plays into that. She's also an actress, so probably does a good job at it. Um, there's a select few people in her life that she might care about, and that's where this motherly energy is going. I can just freely tell that she does not get along well with other women. I would even say that she dislikes or even despises other women, especially other women whom she might consider are more beautiful than her, or other women who get more attention than she does, right? So she needs to get that attention 110%. That's for sure. um while she has a very feminine and motherly face, her the rest of her body, we can't really see it here, but she has a certain masculinity about her as well. Mm, yeah, I mean, I think her mouth might get her into a lot of trouble in the future, because she probably loves to cuss. This lady, she loves to swear. She loves to say, have a dirty mouth, and she probably has to hide it, whenever she's on camera on screen or something like that. But this woman loves to cuss. She probably calls people mean stuff, quite often. And that deteriorates your dental health as well. Just so you guys know, face reading doesn't lie. She doesn't have an extremely readable face. I'll be honest, she doesn't. There's not a lot you can read, but what we can read is I can definitely see some sort of mental illness. Maybe she's on some sort of like prescription or something like that. That is 100%. She's not a bad person. She has much less darkness than your usual Hollywood people, but she is definitely self-absorbed. She's definitely self-oriented. So everything has to be about her. Me, 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 me. That kind of thing. Everything has to be about her, and she can like talk about herself for hours on end, probably. Mm, yeah, that's it really. That's it really. Mm. Like I said, I don't know who this lady is, so I don't have any biases or like past judgments or anything like that. It's just how she comes off. She's relatively independent too. She's quite independent, lives in her own world, by her own rules, kind of vibe. But unfortunately, definitely like mental sickness there. And again, nothing like not like a bipolar disorder, or anything that might get in her way of finding success in life, or getting in her way of communicating with other people or establishing herself. But mental illness in a sense that like she might have psychotic episodes, she might have psychotic outbursts, she might be extremely obsessive and stubborn. um yeah, she definitely has that. But like I said, you know she's not a bloodsucker. She's not a bad or terrible person, at least naturally. She can be very caring. She's very motherly. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what I can see. So, yeah, not much else really. Follow my Twitter at Jack of Faces. Subscribe to my channel. Leave comments, likes, whatever. Support this stuff, guys. Face reading is absolutely real. And my prediction for this lady is that in the nearest future, maybe her mouth's gonna get her into some trouble. As she ages, and her natural beauty deteriorates. She might become more bitter. She might become a little bit more jealous. Maybe desperate a little bit for the spotlight, the public eye. But she also can totally switch from that. So this is not 100%, and she can also you know transition into a life of motherhood, which is far more fulfilling for her. I don't think she should be in the public light much, even though she takes it really well. She takes it really well. She plays her role really well. I think she's better as a mother and someone with intellectual pursuits other than fame and fortune. So there you go. I'll see you on the next one.